Hey everybody, Jay Reno here, and welcome back. We're continuing the Legends of Arkain True Story. Act 9, Chapter 3, but first we have to watch the Golden Truth interlude. Normally I do the interludes at the end of previous maps, but if I remember what this is going to be, it really functions as a strong prelude to Last Stand of the Golden Guard. So, let's start with this. We got a lot of narrative stuff to cover at the start of this video, and then we'll get into the gameplay later. This mission, Last Stand of the Golden Guard, it might have taken me the longest amount of time in previous Arkain playthroughs when I was doing the second books, though I'm not super sure about that. I might just be thinking it that way because I did play it twice in both the second human book and the second orc book. I played it 3 times technically because you play as the Golden Guard and another potential pathway. That's neither here nor there. Let's go and watch the Golden Truth. In either case, this is a long map. This is a big one. The conflicts both in Carol and Salria are about to escalate. The Orcs and their allies must make their stand against both the undead and human forces approaching them while having lost many of their leaders. Meanwhile, the Iron Fist and its allies move towards the fortress of the Golden Guard to put an end to their conflict. And yet another threat still lurks there, slowly marching towards them all. The demonic invasion forces. Our brothers and sisters gave their lives so that we may live on. Their sacrifice will forever leave its mark on our memory, yet we must endure. Not for ourselves, not for any chieftains, but for the future of all our races, for the new age that is upon us. Ishak doing the Lord's work? Hearken to me, brothers and sisters. The path may not be easy, but it is the correct path. Neither battle lust, nor revenge, nor hatred, nor anger guides us. We follow the path of the righteous, all of us. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all equals. Under the leadership of Amari, the bringer of this new age, we shall prosper. We shall let go of our hatred and anger. We shall find harmony, solace, friendship, and true happiness. We shall... Do you buy any of what he's talking about? Only for free. I don't care much for whatever age he keeps babbling about, as long as it pays. It's worth working for. If not, then not. Yeah, as long as the chieftain wants us to stick around, we'll do so. The others seem to absorb every word he says. I wonder what Amari pays him, or maybe he actually believes what he says. Her prophet uses the same honeyed words that she uses, false words of unity to bind them to the cause. Snarl! And together, my brothers and sisters, we can overcome all obstacles. We stand behind our prophet of this new age. We stand behind Amari. Good evening, ladies. What can I do for you this fine night? I sincerely hope that you're not here to ask me why I didn't attend that preaching of your friend Ishak. I like inspirational speeches as much as the next orc, but I prefer being inspired by prophet rather than words. Surely you understand. It would have been a surprise if you attended, Hortnog. That's not why I'm here. I wish to speak to your chieftain. The chieftain, you say? Not even Rangul asked to meet him. That'll cost you quite the sum. I'm not my father, Hortnog. Don't play games with me. I have no time for that. The war for Salria is reaching its climax. We either win or die. I need to know if I can trust your clan, and the one leading it. Father did, but he's dead now. So tell me, where is your chieftain? You know, if you were anyone else, I'd have sent you away rather than ask you to pay me. You're in luck, however, Amari. The chieftain actually told me to let you in if you came around. He's expecting you. Yo! He wanted to see me? That's unexpected. So you just asked for gold to see if you could earn anything from this. Gold axe. Come on in, he's in the tent right behind me, but your lovely friends will have to wait outside, I'm afraid. That tent? I expected something more opulent. Never mind. Okri Grella, wait for me here. What is the meaning of this, Hortnog? Why would your chieftain, who never meets anyone, want to meet her? I don't get paid to ask questions. What kind of tent is this? What? A dreadlord? Welcome, my dear Amari, welcome. It's about time we meet in person. I have been watching your progress for some time now, and I must say you've come quite far indeed. You don't mind a bit of illusion magic to make this tent look more appealing, do you? I know this is petty, but I like traveling in style, you understand. May I offer you something to drink? Red wine, perhaps? I have this bottle of Zingalese brand imported from Rodan. A wonder of a vintage, if I may say so. Tepid pause. My apologies, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Marinojan, chieftain of the Goldex clan, at your service. Why is a Dreadlord leading the Goldex clan? Why not? I suppose I could still be leading the Soul Eater Legion and playing political games and plot intrigues. Or, as they seem to do lately, invade kingdoms. But why should I? I led them for a long time and never really gained anything from it other than having to deal with a few generations of aspiring Dreadlords over and over again. Oh, and hoping that one day our great savior, the Demon God, might return so I can start another war with his siblings. So that he can start another war. Meanwhile, in the short time, short by my standards at least, that I've led the Goldex clan, I've accomplished so much. I mean, just look around. This may be an illusion, but it's also a reflection of one of my manners. I wanted to see what side you, the chieftain of the Goldex clan, are on. But asking that question to a Dreadlord, even one as you, seems like a fool's errand. Do your followers even know that you're a Dreadlord? I'm not using any illusions to mask myself, if that's what you mean. The Goldex clan cares for gold, not race, as you should know. Also, for someone who's building an alliance of so many various races, you're quite judgmental, don't you think? To answer your question, the cause of the demons is no longer my cause, nor is yours. I care only for profit. If that's so, then why did you not intervene when Redfist burned down the Orc Islands? You had quite the palace there, didn't you? Nobody outside of your clan could enter, but I remember seeing it from afar a long time ago. I don't directly intervene, ever. I have masked my existence from both the demons and everyone else by not using any of my powers, hiding it. If I had just used it to crush the Red Fist, I might have been found out. Even your master doesn't know that I was the chieftain of the Goldex clan. A secret even from Brian. I'm not picking sides, my friend, I never do. However, I'm willing to lend you some underhanded support in your struggle. I want the Goldex clan, and by extent, your people, to survive. You're a Dreadlord. No doubt you know what I have planned for the future. My dear, look at me. Do I look like an ordinary Dreadlord or demon to you? Do I even have to answer that? I'm nothing like the rest of my people. Go ahead, change your people and culture all you want. A less warmongering orc race is a more mercantile race. And if they remain warmongering despite your efforts, they can still be mercenaries. There's no possible way I can't profit from this situation. Hortnog mentioned you wanted to see me. Ah, yes, of course. Your friend Okri has already informed you about the Undead, correct? Yes, you wanted to tell me something about them? Quite. I have some information about them, and I'm giving it away for free this time. A sign of my goodwill, if you so will. The Undead are led by the Bone Lords, 3 Arcanians, and probably the most powerful foes you've ever faced. They're quite old and have a tendency of not being put down easily. They won't stop until all orcs are dead and will let nothing get in their way. They butchered most of the royal family of Saurian on their way, and by doing so destroyed a mining operation I invested in. A third of that mine belonged to me. Quite the loss for you. I'll just invest in its reconstruction and then own even more of its yields. Either way, I'd recommend that you're prepared for this encounter. I've given you this information for free. Now you can ponder on how to use it. And what do I have to pay for you to tell me how I can destroy them? You'd have to figure that out on your own, my friend. As I said, I'm not picking sides. Also, I don't know of any trick to stop them, unless you find one yourself. You have to use brute force. Now, how about that wine? A toast to our fruitful cooperation, my friend. You'd think he should pick sides, though. So, how'd it go? The Goldex clan won't stand in our way. Let us now focus on how to deal with the undead and humans. I mean, he is picking a side. He's picking the orc side, because if the undead kill them, then he can't make any money off of them. It's not like the undead are paying. So he says he doesn't pick sides, but he kinda does. Vendors, I wasn't sure if you'd come, especially alone. Unlike you, I'm no traitor. If this turned out to be a trap, however, I'd be prepared. Why have you asked me to come here? Finally having some second thoughts? We're both in the same situation now, Gardon. We both have done nothing wrong. We both have carried out our orders. We both have been betrayed by the Emperor for it. What are you talking about? I had to make a choice. Either abandon this entire continent and try to get you killed after you murdered Renova, no matter the cost, or be considered a traitor, just like you. You mean... Yes, the Emperor now considers the Golden Guard traitors, just like you. You and I have never seen eye to eye, Gardon, but we are kin. We share the same blood. The Emperor, your half-brother, my nephew. He's betrayed us both. This is dire news for humanity. The Emperor, he must have lost his mind completely. He'll lead the Empire to its doom. If you think that this changes anything between the two of us, however, you're fooling yourself. While the kingdoms were under attack by the demons, you watched and did nothing. Instead, you sent your men after me, the one who tries to defeat our great enemy. Tell me, Uncle, how many deaths could have been prevented if you had worked with the rest of mankind on this continent instead of against it? How many have died thanks to your idleness? You should have noticed something was off when the Emperor first ordered you to go after me. Me! The one he sent here to win this war. When you supported Retka and his ilk, you should have changed your mind. Or was it your own arrogance that prevented that? Couldn't stomach the idea that while you saved Rodan from the demons, I would do it here on Arkain? I, Gardon Bloodclaw, you're loathed. I made a mistake! I made a mistake, Gardon. I followed my orders thoroughly. The Emperor was very explicit. I've closed my eyes when I could have acted. I know that now. The Emperor wanted you dead if you refused to abandon the continent, which you did. I could have slain you there, but wanted to give you a chance. Retka would have started his uprising anyway. All we did was speed it up. You said you had to make a choice. You decided to become a traitor in the eyes of the Emperor. Why? After all you'd done before, why now? Tepid pause. As I told you in the past, Gardon, you may not have received the treatment you wanted, but you're still family. My family. It hurts both my children and I that it's come to this. I do not expect you to understand this, and I cannot blame you if you feel nothing but hatred for me after all that has happened. It's too late to turn back now. Yes. Yes, it is. Yet I wish to give you one last choice. A chance to end this conflict. What do you mean? Take your armies, lead them back to Tauren. Lead them home, Gardon. Leave this war behind. Allow us to finish the construction of the Purificator to end the invasion of the demons. Abandon Brian's dark teachings. End the necromantic corruption and dismiss that twisted creature, Thanok. Do not let them befoul your humanity any longer. Or that of those around you. Once the demons have been dealt with, my army will return to the Empire. We will face the Emperor and make him face judgment. We will not seek any revenge. Our conflict ends here and now. All you have to do is let go. Tepid pause. Let Dorton attack us on his own. You owe this turncoat nothing. He'll turn on you just like he turned on us when he murdered my men in their sleep. His son will face the judgment of my hammer. Dorton will too if he dares to come here. Unite this continent under your banner if you so wish. I want this bloodshed to end before our family has to spill more of its own blood. This is the last chance we have. Tepid pause. You asked me to abandon what brought me this far. You asked me to trust you after all the treachery you put me through. You asked me to forget all the things you did to me. You asked me to believe that I can trust my family when both my own brother and you, my uncle, have turned on me. You asked for too much. I cannot abandon what brought me to this point. I cannot trust you. Cannot forget what you did. I cannot believe you. I see. You've made your choice, then. I have. It's war. Tepid pause. Tepid pause. And yet, I wish things had been different. Perhaps there was a point when we could have reconciled. And we missed it. Long ago. I wish that I could have been there for you. I wish I would have known how to prevent you from turning to the dark arts. I wish you would have been raised under different, better circumstances. Tepid pause. This is it, Reynolds. I'll take my leave of you now. When we meet again, we will be enemies. One last thing, Gardon. What? Regardless of what happens tomorrow, regardless of what happens after that, and regardless of what happened before, your father loved you and would be proud of you. Huh? No, no! Don't leave, Thero. Turn around. Turn around right now. I must end this madness. My Thero and Van Doors. No, I'm too far away to arrive in time. I must think this through. Perhaps Gardon will have to besiege Van Doors' fortress. I must speed up my plans in Thessalia. Yes, no more delays, no more restraint from now on. No more holding back. I should still send word northwards. Perhaps I can convince them to stop. It's probably of no use, but I would rather try than not. Once I'm finished here, I will try to save what I can. The Falcon will rise over Saria one way or another. Okay. Very different from the second Human book. In the second Human book, for those of you that hadn't watched it, this was a player choice where the campaign actually split, because you could choose to play as Iron Fist or Golden Guard. So in this case, Iron Fist is the canonical path. Gardon has to win, so the choice is made for us. But the fact that these regiments are still hanging around in Arkain, some of them at least, that haven't been destroyed. So like Aveen Elver here, like what difference is she going to make on this mission? Now I'm very intrigued. Very, very interesting difference. Also, I feel like the talk between Van Doors and Gardon was a little warmer, which I really like, and it also makes the outcome feel worse, which I think it was a good narrative choice. It's you the player, I feel like, are supposed to be thinking like, oh, come on, like this is your chance. He's giving you, he's coming up, it's mea culpa. He's telling you he made a mistake. He doesn't want to do this anymore, and this is the chance. And Gardon, being Gardon, I feel like it couldn't be any other way. He's like, no, you know what, F you. We gotta finish this and see this out. The final battle between the Golden Guard and its Iron Fist is at hand. Both have gathered their allies and all of their forces to destroy the other. The time for talk is over. Only one of them, High Lord Inquisitor Reynold Van Doors or Gardon Bloodclaw, can lead his forces to victory against the other. Then, once this conflict has finally been settled, the real enemy must be dealt with, the demons. Also, we have all the Van Doors kids, which increases the stakes a little bit on this map. So it's Van Doors and all his kids, Lord Marin, and the dwarves, versus us, Royal Army, new elves under Lorene, and one of the Undead Nexus, and Black Dragons. All right, let's go. This is it. Even with the support of the Black Dragons, this will be a tough battle. Van Doors has gathered all remaining soldiers of the Golden Guard, the Paladins, and Dwarven forces to defend himself. This is the final battle, the last stand of the Golden Guard. The Zealots of the Golden Guard are ferocious and loyal. They'll not surrender as long as their High Lord still stands. The only way to win this battle is by defeating Van Doors himself. Is he even any powerful to begin with? I've never seen him fight, only send his underlings to do the dirty work for him. He loves to boast a lot of his abilities, but I've never seen him fight myself. From what I've heard, however, his boasting seems not to be as exaggerated as I once thought. Make no mistake, he'll fall out of our combined power. He'll fall to our combined power, but we mustn't underestimate him. We won't, don't worry. The Golden Guard's final days have come. Their bottomless arrogance will no longer taint this continent. What did your shadow show you, Brian? Van Doors' defenses are strong and his men numerous, but they're cornered and outnumbered. They know it, but they're strong-willed and want to fight to the last. Inside their fortress, there are 3 different bases. In the north, Zarin Hammerfall and his Dwarven forces have set up camp. Van Doors and his Templars can be found south. Finally, there's Lord Marin, who guards his cannon. What about the cannon? Is it ready? Can they use it against us? Not yet. It's been moved to the highest position within the fortress, where Lord Marin keeps working on it, improving it. We should have enough time to defeat the Golden Guard before it is finished. There is one more thing. Vandur's children are also here, spread throughout all their bases, coordinating the forces of the Golden Guard. I figured as much. His children? Yes, they too serve the Golden Guard. I thought that Vandurus would have sent them away. He must still believe that he can win this. His eldest Flavius is by his side. The 2 other sons lead the forces outside the fortress along with their youngest sister. The other daughter is somewhere in the fortress. She managed to evade my shadows quite skillfully and seemingly unintentionally. I see. Do you wish to show them mercy? You told me about your relationship with Vandurus. What about them? They're the enemy. That's all that matters. If they stand in our way, they too must fall. They have their father's arrogance. They wouldn't surrender even if we gave them an option. Very well. Our allies, the Royal Army, the Elves, and the Undead, have set up their own camps not far from their main base. Our forces have fortified our camp. We should not only be ready to charge in, but also hold our position. The Golden Guard will not wait inside their fortress for us forever. Neither shall we keep them waiting. Let's get this over with. All right. Oh, we're way up here.
You call.
Okay, well, let's get back to base.
My patience has ended.
Pick our leadership boni.
For the Lich King.
What's going on out here? So this just shows us where there are gold mines around the map. This is the same layout as when we fought the, Oh, we got 2 new leadership boni, too. When we fought the traitors, the demon slaves. I will not sit here and wait for this snake to come to us. Knights of the Honor Battalion, right out with me. Let us free this world from the evil that is the Iron Fist. Charge in my father's name for the Golden Guard. Oh, they just start coming in right away, don't they? All right, heroes, get up to the front. Let's check our boni and then just restart the map, basically. So Vales is new, right? Vale has spent most of her life in the wilds, having no one to rely on but herself. To survive alone in a forest with brigands, wild animals, and monsters, you have to adapt to the circumstances. Unlike Gardon or any other of today's leaders of mankind, Vale never had an army at her disposal, only herself. When the creatures of the forest attacked, she was a one-woman army until she saved the life of Prince Torres and was made part of his personal guard. Given her heritage and the way she grew up, she could show even the most experienced general a few new tricks and could save their lives in battle. Permanently increases hero stats sounds delightful. Making Zed better doesn't seem super great here. Shadowmaster, probably not great here. I don't think we'd need naval expertise. New dragon drop, though. The pact is sealed. The Black Dragons fight alongside Gardon and Vale to destroy demons and, more importantly, to restore the nation of Juonar. Few living remember its glory. Many of the younger Drakes, while still powerful, cannot compare to the power of their ancestors. Yet, with the rebirth of Juonar, the Black Dragons, who have lived separately from the rest of their kind, return. Every day, more dragons, especially older and more powerful ones, rejoin their kind. The resistance of a dragon's skin improves with age. The Elder Dragons will be joining the Iron Fist to wreak havoc amongst the enemies of Juonar, just like in the days long past. Black Drakes and Dragons' dragon's skin dramatically reduces damage taken from piercing damage for Drakes and from spells and magic damage for Dragons. I mean, that sounds okay. I feel like, Drakes I don't plan on making very much. The Dragons, though, are very good. I feel like Heroes of Juonar for a permanent boost is necessary here. Oh, we make the dragons from the roost. 10 supply, very expensive as well. We start with 2 castles. Is there anything else we want to read? The time has come, the final battle between the Iron Fist and the Golden Guard. While both sides have been betrayed by the Emperor, neither trusts the other enough to work together. The cannon constructed by Lord Marin is the only weapon capable of stopping the demons. The Iron Fist has to destroy the Golden Guard to take control of it before the Golden Guard can use the cannon against them. Man, and all Reynald said was, like, just leave. Like, just leave for, like, a couple days. We're going to use the cannon, and then we're gone. But Gardon is like, no, you must die. I guess maybe Reynald was asking for a little too much, right? Reynald was saying, like, you have to abandon Brian and all the tools that I basically forced you to have to use to get to this point. I think maybe if Reynald would have just said, like, just turn around, go back to your capital, and I'll see you never, and just that would have been the end of the ask, maybe that would have been a little more palatable to Gardon. I'm not so sure. Okay, so we know that they start charging down these lanes right away. So we want to grab our heroes that are up at that top area and get them to base as soon as possible and repel this starting attack. And then we can read all the taunts and stuff as we go. So we skip this. We grab all these fellas,
For the Lich King.
and we run back to base ASAP.
As you order.
Your honor. At once.
My vengeance is yours.
All right, this is it. Even with the support. Oh no, that's what he was saying that in the cutscene. Superior air support units, very effective against both air and ground targets. The buildings within the fortress remain invulnerable until the bases in front of it have been destroyed, which is some of the kids and Praxius, if I remember correctly. Also, a very special character. I'm sure we'll be seeing very soon. Just start making a ton of extra workers for lumber, and then we can transfer them to our new gold mines once the time is right. Okay, hotkey everything. I will not sit here and wait for this snake to come to us.
Town is under siege. Our forces are under attack.
Knights of the Honor Battalion, ride out with me. Let us free this world from the evil that is the Iron Fist. Charge in my father's name for the Golden Guard. Edward, no. Get back here this instant.
My vengeance is yours.
Richard, stop your brother. He's already passed. They're too fast. I couldn't stop them. Soldiers after them. If we can't stop them, at least make sure this hot-headed fool gets back alive. Just flood to start. I think we just got to tap through our heroes. Oh, was he not actually in here? Or is he still coming in? All right, yeah, just keep flooding. This is going to be an avenge when she's done, I think. Debuff. Okay, just avenge here. And we got our Bona to pop through here. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Let's get some banishers. And I probably want to build more barracks. Oh, he's huge! Oh, and we're stunned for days. Got him. Ugh. Oh, he had a voice line when he died. I think he's actually dead. You damn idiot. You hot-headed moron. Why did you do this? Why throw your life away like that? You died for nothing. I died trying to stop you. This was the final battle anyway. I die with my honor intact. I can rest knowing that I did everything I could to save my kin. Can you say the same, cousin? Heal here. Keep stomping. Oh, they're going to be real pissed about this. What good do your honor do, you young one? You lie in the dirt, dying. You didn't have to die. Now you've thrown your life away. A skilled soldier dead for nothing. What a waste. Let's get some Knights of Comb and some Darksteel Golems. Edward. He really did it. He killed his cousin.
What ails you?
Turn off Fairy
As
Fire.
you wish.
Tepid pause. No, not again.
I come to cleanse
Tepid
this
pause.
land.
My brother's blood is on your claws, Gardon. Kinslayer. There can be no mercy, no respite. You die today. Let's get some more of these Dragonhawk roosts so that we can build more dragons.
Yes, my lord. All right.
Let's do something like this.
More gold is required.
And I'm out of gold. That's because I just queued up the 700 flippin' cost dragons.
You call.
What ails you?
Okay, looks like we have a good amount of stuff. Wait, did Syndra die? Let's get her back out. Honestly, Vale, I think with the Sobi mask, can afford to keep on immolation for like legitimate years. Turn off Fairy Fire, please. Always turn off Fairy Fire. Okay, let's get up here. Let's move forward and just secure these gold mines as soon as possible. Shadow Towers looking good. Those will help us against air units. It would be nice if we could build more of those. Let's just move up to the very front. With our group of heroes, we should be able to push back every enemy attack in the meantime. So we're going to do something. We do a little expanding. So we do this. And we do this.
More gold is required.
And we wait for gold, and then we do this. Now, we want to get attacking as soon as possible. The start here was really good. We didn't lose any heroes. I see Undead moving, so, like, frankly, I think our...
Yes, my friend.
My vengeance is
We
yours.
might as well go. Grey Battalion! This answers...
At once.
Soldiers of the Grey Battalion, hold the line. We will never fall before the Scions of Evil. swamp dragon scum. Of course their pathetic kind would join our enemy. The cowards would never face us on their own. Kill them all. Okay, let's get up there. Let's get in there. You know what, Merlon? Let's go ahead and... Oh, I'm a dummy. That was too far away. That's what I get for, I guess, not having hotkeys. Well, that was a wasted ult, but that's fine. Korras are up, and she's a very, very solid hero. Teal's turning around. Okay, back up. Don't push into that. We gotta. I want to wait. Oh no, they're going. Okay, we want to wait and go with them. Let's get some catapults here. Our big dragon is up. Okay, we're moving in. Is that? Yes, Gardon. Yes, it is. I never forgot the man you once were, the man you could have been. They turned around. The past drags you down, Praxius. You should spend more time looking towards the future. I think what Gardon's talking about is like the ability that Praxius has to make like a pure Gardon specter, basically. Okay, Knights of Comb, use your abilities. I guess get some Overseers, sure. They're focusing down this one guy, so I think this is appropriate. Stop. I do. I see you dead. I see this memory being all that remains. I used to think that we should try to solve this peacefully. Now, with Edward gone, all that's left for me to do is protect my family, and that means keeping the Kinslayer Gardon as far away from them as possible. Your brother rushed to his demise. Blaming Gardon for that is foolish. He took my brother from me. I will return the favor by killing his future wife. And then Fiona's taunting Brian. This is, I mean, again, it's very difficult for me to tell what's even happening here. Just keep healing Brian. Get Syndra out and see if we can back her up. Let's flood. And just keep making stuff. I'm really disappointed that my allies turned around. I feel like we could have done. There he is, Sir J. Bubblerino. Okay, let's catch up on the taunts. You're his tutor, aren't you? That I am, or was, as Gardon would say. I suppose I'm more of an ally than a teacher to him nowadays. He will lose both teacher and ally today. Then don't frighten me, Shadow Man. Okay, and then Praxius. More taunts. Turn back while you still can, Gardon. It's not too late. You should know better than that, Praxius. We passed the point of no return long ago. There's no turning back. Okay, and then Torres is taunting me. You betrayed my father and all whom you once protected to join this filth. You'll pay for that, traitors. You are the traitors. We are the paladins. We, the paladins, are the ones who were betrayed, not you. You turned to the dark arts. First you summoned undead, and now even allied with them. Then you started supporting a man who called upon dark shadows and twisted black dragons. No more! We shall purge the land of Bloodclaw and his corruption. Noble to the last. Let's back up. Here comes Orange. Let's save who we can save.
What is your wish?
Had a bunch of dudes back here still, too. Your fanaticism blinds you. You're naive, Prince. You think that Gardon will just defeat the demons and leave? You're a fool. He has two kingdoms who will reconquer Lore and Isomor and keep both. True. True.
Our forces are under attack.
I could just follow up here. Most of my heroes are dead. I think we have to wait. Then he will turn his eyes not on the uninhabitable lands of the demons, but on the lands of those who considered him an ally once. I'd pity you if you hadn't brought this on yourself. Never again shall a paladin serve the kingdoms of Arkain.
What is it?
The end's coming for you, Van Durst. Your shadow will be a fine addition to my collection. I've slain many creatures of darkness, Brian. You will be no different. I will liberate Gardon of your darkening grip. You shall burn in the light of 1,000 suns. You're the one who started the conflict you have with Gardon now and the one you have here with me. The light has made you blind. Let me extinguish the flames. Part of me thinks that now that we've read all the taunts, I just want to restart again because it's so distracting. Like, it's near impossible to play. So now that we have all that out of the way, surely there'll be more. But now that we have all that out of the way, Let's load the save and try that attack again now that Cyan/Teal won't be brain dead. Well, I mean, they might still be brain dead, but they, you know, them,
Job's done. Yes, we
them
know.
not attacking or turning around after the Grey Guard took,
Right. Won't work. Yes, we
okay,
know.
there we go. That should help. After we got through Grey Guard. I mean, I'm still going to go up there and kill Grey Guard. This has been a big question of mine, which is like what happened to the Grey Guard, and they were just full on
Your Honor.
conscripted and absorbed into Golden Guard and made Grey Battalion. It's the little things, you know, as we learn. By the way, oh yeah, we started with 3-3. Any other upgrades? Lumber harvesting. Okay, get those altars hotkeyed. I might even get a fourth one. Because there's, I mean, as we lose our units.
Yes, we know.
There we go. And let's repair these shadow towers. Yeah, shadow towers. Okay, we're through.
Command me.
I'm just gonna wait up here until one of our allies goes and attacks this time. That was a big mistake. Let's get another big dragon. I don't want to make only dragons. There's gonna be a point in the map, I think, where I'm gonna make a big old group. I'll make a big old group of dragons, but for now, not necessary. Apparently, the peasant I sent to make that didn't make it. That's fine. And we can also, you know, we'll secure these bases. Oh, that's just a shade. He's giving us a little vision. Okay, so those first two bases are going to be rough. I think if we keep our heroes alive and just pop a bunch of ults, we'll be able to push through the large amounts, and then we need to be able to focus down buildings. If we can do that, we'll be cooking with gas. And then once these are finished, we get these saturated, we should be good.
What ails you?
Okay, yeah. Turn off fairy fire.
Of course.
We have big dragons on the way. Here comes elves, which, like, you know, not the best in terms of who I'd want to attack with, but that's okay. Let's lead with Knights of Calm. We can pop their ability as well.
I swear it. Job's
Have you
done.
reached a verdict?
Basically, I want them to go first, draw the enemy out, and as the enemy is flooding in, we hit Avenge on them, and then just pop all of our AoE ults, and we're good to go.
Let me face the better.
So let's quick save now, because we should be good to... What? Oh, I thought they were turning around again. Okay, let's go.
Honor. Sire.
My vengeance is yours.
Yes, my lord.
Just pop this now.
Our forces are under attack.
And Cora, you are in the one place that is the worst for us right now. We can get an Avenge off. Get out of the way, Orange. Get an Avenge off here. Start debuffing. She doesn't really have anything useful. Merlin, go ahead and start monsooning, and we're going to keep him up with Veil. And Vanishers, of course. Go ahead and pop Dark Secrets as well. Okay, Flood. And, okay, here comes Teal Perfect. I'm gonna say, she's going down quick, and it's because Van Doors is hitting her. Oh, okay, he gave up. That's fine with me. Sir J. Bubble Reno has a bubble that lasts for, like, ever, by the way. That's his whole shtick. Teal, I could really use you up here, buddy. Just pop Dark Secrets. Okay, Fanaticism blinds. Sure. Oh, wait, we've had a Staff of Silence here this whole time. That would have been really useful against Van Doors. Don't let Merlin go. And we got to get these saturated because we're going to need like crazy amounts of gold income. No, Teal, no!
More gold is required. Has fallen. More gold is required.
Okay, Praxius goes down. Son of a... Oh, we had Ferdal here the whole time. That's because he's charged with keeping Veil safe. Okay, was that Tories who just popped a resurrect. Okay, here comes Teal again. Teal's just not sure what they're doing, and it's very frustrating. I forgot about this. Can we avenge these towers? I think this is worth it if it works. Yeah, it works on structures. Okay, we're gonna let them taunt, and then we will, we'll think about it after. Okay, great. These guys do chaos damage, don't they? No, it's normal. Never mind. Okay, here's Teal. We're pushing through. We're pushing through. Get these banishers up here. And I guess get Sir Fertile back out too. He's expensive. Okay, saturated. 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 Okay, great. Let's keep pushing. Catapults. I mean, we could use catapults certainly to snipe structures, though it's very difficult to keep them alive throughout all of this. I think we just built a bunch of dragons. Did Sir J Bubble Reno finally die? Again, his bubble lasts forever, so I suppose it makes sense he's finally gone. Once the bubble's down, though, we pick him off. Yeah, get rid of that Gardon image, okay? Vindicator. Okay, just like that, we're coming back. I'd like to just get a group of black dragons, but build them together so that they don't get focused down one by one. So once we have, yeah, we can get 2 at a time here. Praxius goes down again. It looks like we've gotten through the first line of defense. And this might be a good spot to stop, actually. And let's catch up on our taunts. Fine addition to my collection. We read this. I have heard of you, from Dorton's lapdog to Gardon's pet. Quite the rise. Unless you can free him from the evil influence of those around him, you're a little more than a tool, Vale. I didn't come here to listen to your nonsense, old man. You and Dorton have to do one thing. Do have one thing in common, though. You are both of the past. We are the future. The only thing left for you is... The only future left for you is the one you'll encounter at the end of my hammer. Yeah, you tell him. Let's get our points allocated. We did push through with some perseverance. Let's quick save. Get rid of this castle. And these bases are in ruin. Perfect. Let's be thorough and clean this up.
Is someone injured? Yes, my
Guess what? Turn off fairy fire.
right away.
Lorena's here too. Very nice. And Teal is leaving. Again, I can't be mad because when the enemy does that, I laugh about it. So when my allies do that, you know, it is what it is. Okay, cool. I see some outlying prides as well. Okay, get up here. And let's clean up all of purple first, which was Richard. Is he still alive? Edward was the one that charged and died, right? So Edward is gone. The other kids are still here for now. And let's just make sure, yeah, that we fully clean this up. I've been focusing on Darksteel Golem because they are really tanky and they do that siege damage, so they get through structures a little bit faster. And I feel like catapults, they're just going to die so fast, it's not even worth making them. I'm going to let my allies charge ahead while we just consolidate up here. We can take these bases here momentarily, and this is probably a good spot to consider splitting the video just because we did get through that first line of defense pretty fast. I remember when I played this originally, this took much longer to get through that first line, but our allies feel a lot more aggressive this time around. You've made a mistake, Zarin. You shouldn't even be here. Uh-oh. For you, that is High King Zarin Hammerfall Pretender King, did you really think that we would just watch as you enslave the elves and ally with the undead and black dragons? How long until you rename your realm to Juanor? Name change is already in progress, dog. Pah. Trying to be diplomatic with dwarves is a waste of time. Let's just destroy them. Okay, I'm going to get some necromancers. Again, I'm just cleaning all this out and being thorough. and keeping my units together, more importantly, so that when these enemy attacks start clumping up to get to us... Oh, I see. Okay. Get up here and bully this thing. Just to make sure that we can rally properly. And that's wasteful.
Of course.
He's saved. Okay, Zarin. He's just gonna get focused down really fast. Maybe? Probably? Okay, good. Now the pride of humanity that was in our way is also gone. We might maybe want to go around and snipe the rest of them. Ooh, somebody just healed me. Thanks for that. Like, get rid of these ones that are up here as well. There's probably more down this river. And blue continues pushing.
Our forces are under attack.
Again, I'm just trying to be pretty thorough here. All right, these town halls are all done and saturated. You. High King. Bloodclaw's cruelty truly knows no bounds. First he killed Solana, now he sends you to attack me? I assume this sick, depraved creature of a pretender king has led Morden here as well, just to haunt his enemy? I guess let's go. We don't follow Bloodclaw's orders. Morden, he's not here. No, I would never torture either of you by having you fight in battle. It's bad enough that I have to fight you. I know better than to ask to surrender, High King, and yet I hope that you won't die this day. Get the dragons down here, please. And we can move up and take these forward gold mines as well. Give me some skellies. And these outlying cannon towers are effing with me here. Ooh, this is not good. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh my gosh! We're gonna avenge that. We're gonna heal. For a flood. That's not where I thought she was, so that didn't really work the way I had hoped. More taunts? More taunts? I want to believe you. I want to believe that you're more than just a corpse saying the words of a heartless master. If the real Saphir is still in there, I will free you from this undeath and grant your soul peace. If you're just a mindless pawn trying to trick me, then I tell you this. I will put Bloodclaw's head on one of his own pikes. And then Vanduris and Cora. You didn't expect me to forget what you did, Cora. You and your battalion turned against us. Not only that, no, you even pledged loyalty to the darkness that surrounds Gardon. You were the one who turned on us, Vanduris. Don't even try to turn this around. We followed our orders, which was a mistake. I'm well aware of that now. You, however, jumped at the first chance to sell your soul. I can sense the evil magic within you, Cora. I wonder how Duke Redfist will feel about this. I will deliver you to him, dead or alive. Okay? Fine. Make marksmen, I guess. Make dragons.
Forward.
Okay, this is a wild time. I think we're getting through it. Wait, something's happening, and we're getting more taunts. Kinslayer, face me and die. I had no choice, Flavius. Edward killed himself by charging at my army like that. Do you think I enjoyed watching my cousin die? Fall back to the walls, quick. We cannot hold this position. Oh, okay, so I think we technically got through the first wave. And I think we're about to see a cinematic because everything seemed to be freezing. You're no longer permitted to call yourself our cousin, Kinslayer. Edward wanted you to be part of our family once. Was it not enough killing Catherine's husband and Theodore's wife-to-be? You had to go killing your own bloodline, too? Uh-oh. Oh, well, there are my dragons. My family can never be safe while I let you live. I have no choice. I must slay you and anyone close to you. I will not enjoy this, but you forced my hand, Kinslayer. Oh, there's Harmos. Okay, no, something's happening. I was about to reload. I think it had to let the taunt play out before it would move. This must trigger after we beat the first line. You'll not get past us. This line will hold. As long as I live, the Golden Guard shall stand against the darkness. Who are you trying to fool here, Praxius? You're tired and outmatched. It's over. The fort will fall next. Lay down your weapons and surrender. You will live. I give you my word on that. You know I can't do that, Gardon. You've fallen into the hands of evil and darkness, surrounded by shadows and intrigues. As much as I'd want to, as much as a part of me screams telling me to trust you, I cannot. I will not let you or any of your soldiers through. So be it then. A long time ago we made an oath that we would never, no matter what happened, raise our hands to strike the other. Are you going to break that oath as well as all others? Would you rather have me watch as some mere henchman struck you down? Do you ask me to have anyone else do this dirty deed? To order your death? No. If it has to be done, and you can't be reasoned with, then it must be me who ends it. Tepid pause. So, you truly are no longer the man you once were. I had hoped you could be redeemed, Gardon, that there was still good in you, but I was wrong. Then come at me, fiend. I shall avenge the friend who was like a brother to me. The one I lost when you took this place. Ah! Yo, Brian coming in to back up his homeboy. His anger's taken the better of him, I see. There'll be no reasoning with Praxius in this state. Brian, finally I'll rip your tongue out, you vile monstrosity. For the Empire, for the Golden Guard, for Gardon. Oof. That hits hard. Only Gardon, Brian, and 2 Knights of Comb and their respective summons can participate. Give me Zed. Let's just focus down these paladins quickly, please. Make them all miss. Use Dark Secrets, both of you, please. Knights of Comb, go ahead and, use your better attack stuff. I think Gardon's getting hit by Praxius, which is why he's taking a lot of heat. That's fine for now. Okay, let's grab one of these runes. Ooh, yeah, we got some Shadow Boys. Zed's still alive as well. Should we just focus him, you think, or should we kill this stuff? I think every time it's up, we go ahead and hit him with the Qs. The big Qs. How my Knights of Comb doing? Just about up with this. Gardon, can we grab another Rune of Healing, please? Okay, one of the big boys is down, and I think we got him. Give up already, Praxius. Never. You leave me no other choice than to fight, Gardon. We have no time for this Bloodclaw. The Golden Guard will attack us soon. Let me deal with him. What was that? Oh, some lady just cast a spell on it. Oh, this is from a short story. I know this. Come on, we should get going. Leave him to the river. Praxius has fallen. Gardon is now endangering the fortress itself. Richard, get Fiona and Valerie and bring them into safety. Oh, we're like way back here now. Okay, that's fine. Move on up. But I won't. Your High Lord has given you an order. Go. Yes, Father, but I will come back and finish this. Oh, these are all the workers that I made. So I had a sizable army. Are they all dead? They were all up here. Maybe I didn't have a sizable army. Make some Knights of Comb and Marksmen, please. Darksteel Golems, and we're going to be maxed out here, and let's take these gold mines. Did the mine... It looks like the gold mines actually got moved. Okay, let's move up here. We'll read these taunts in a moment.
Yes, my lord.
Put that there, and put that back here. Move these behind the gold mines. Yeah. And then, again, we'll read these taunts later. It's a lot right now. Okay, so Flavius is still here, but 3 of the 4, I think, kids are gone. 3 of them have retreated, and 1 of them was killed. And then the 5th one, Flavius, is still here. So we want to try to maybe hold down these areas up here. Let's get some... Oh, never mind. We're high upkeep. Okay, 4 dragons for sniping. and everybody else just backs up, and we just let our allies do a bunch of the damage here while we chill. Hey, Syndra. And I don't know where Zed is. We can get him back out. Turn off Immolation Aura, I guess, finally. All right, here and here. Here. We're just getting rid of these outlying defenses so that we can make a move up this ramp so that these cannons and stuff don't bother my other units. Okay, cool. And let's go for these. I can just ignore that other stuff. It's no problem.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, the rallies are happening. As we lose more stuff, we'll go ahead and we'll build Banishers. I hear an ultimate going off in the back here. Yep, that's Van Doors. Good luck, allies. I could go up there and stun him, but I'm focused on just getting rid of this outlying junk. And eventually we'll be able to get through. And I've got all my ultimates up that we can push back a large group of enemy attacks as we need to. And I think, yeah, using the dragons to get rid of these high ground junk is absolutely worthwhile. Tories and Harmos go down. Harmos is helping us, even though he clearly has his reservations about us. And by reservations, I mean he really dislikes us. Poor Undead, just they cannot decide when they want to attack. Here. And you know what? Like I said, this is going to be a time to stop. I'd say when we come back, you know, we get forward production set up here and just make sure that this is all finalized.
Yes, me lord. Yes, me lord.
And, yeah, there we go. I don't mind if we lose these dragons. We can rebuild them. We just need to suicide in and kill some of these artillery tanks. Man, these dragons are tanky. I could just make only of these. You know, we could make 10 of these, 10, 12 of these. I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying it is an option. Okay, I'm going to save here. And when we come back, we have to make forward production and figure out how we're going to actually push into the fortress proper. Feels like we've made a lot of progress here. We've gotten through all the narrative stuff. Surely there will be more taunts. But, you know, the taunts are big paragraphs, and, like, I don't hate them, but when you're trying to play, it's just impossible. Even if I wasn't reading them out loud, it's just very distracting. But they, you know, they do provide a lot of that narrative fidelity, I suppose. Okay, you know what? Let me do a hard save here. And, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.